Okay, welcome back. So we're on to turn 3. Let's roll to see if there's a mishap. Okay, we didn't get any duplicate numbers, so no random events happen. I like that. I might bring that into other games. I might bring that into sort of Dragon Rampant and the Todoroff games that I enjoy. But we are playing Fantastic Battles today. There is a part 1. This is part 2 of Hold the Pass. We have the Brave High Elves. 500 point force facing off against a 1000 point force of chaos. There's only 500 points of these chaos here because the other ones are sneakily trekking around the back, and they will arrive when this counter, after this counter turns to 6, they will arrive on the next turn. So first of all, it is, we didn't even do the melee phase last time. Got so excited. So we've got a Furious Charge. Let's check out before turn 3. I'm too excited. Furious Charge plus 2 extra when charging. Now it's a bit strange here because we've got 1 unit going into a wizard and 1 unit going into the Sea Guard. So we add up the dice. We basically create a dice pool, but only with touching bases and any units that are outside. Let's say I had another Beastman here, and those elves peskily were away. This unit would add +1 to attack the attached unit. Does that make sense? But right now, Beastmen, their melee is 4 dice, so I would take 4 dice. I then look at what Furious Charge does. +2 when charging. So that's +2 when charging, but I believe you already get 1 when you charge anyway, so that is another 1. And I am charging Sea Guard, so I'm expecting they've got something pointy. So we do the same for the Sea Guard. The Sea Guard have a melee of 3, so they're naturally going to get 3 dice. Just going to place them on the back here. And let's see, Sea Guard have Fast Drilled, Shooting Skilled. Oh, maybe, oh no. Yeah, Long Spears and Shield Wall. Long Spears. They weren't expecting to be attacked, so they won't have a Shield Wall up. Unless it's sort of an ongoing thing. +2 melee when charged from the front, or versus flying giants mounted on monstrous. I don't think we're monstrous. No, we're not. But we do get +2. So I'm going to give them another 2 dice. And the War Beasts, the Beastmen, also have War Beasts. Reroll the first unsuccessful melee in the game. So they're going to roll all these dice, and any that are unsuccessful, they're going to reroll. And then we look at the Sea Guard's defense. They are elite, so it's 5+. So I need 5 pluses. I've got 2 hits. And I've got to reroll everything else. I'm going to take those 6s out. 5+, so we've got 3 wounds. Three wounds on the Sea Guard there. The Warlord isn't attached to anyone. And how many wounds do they have? 5. No? Yes, 5. Let's just double check Shield Wall for a moment. +1 defense versus melee and shooting from the front. Ooh, that makes me 6s. So they only got 2 wounds. Nasty. So I blocked the 5. The 2 6s went through. They're pretty hard. That is an elite unit. But then they get their chance to strike back. So that is these 5 dice. And the Beastman's defense is... Where are you, Fantastic Beastmen? And where to find them? 5. And we don't have any kind of reroll ability, I don't think, on my guys. No. So we've done 1 wound to them. So that's gone up to a 4. Now the trouble is there's a unit attacking the wizard. So Beastman, it was 3 dice. 2 for Furious Charging. 1 for charging anyway. And the wizard has a melee of 1 back. And a 5+. And he's only got a resolve of 1. He's going to go. We didn't get a 5+. Reroll all the unsuccessful. It's the same unit and it's the same battle. He's a goner. He does get to fight back with his 1 dice. Don't get your wizards caught out like that. That's going to be hits. So let's take him up to 5. So they are what that unit is 1 wound away from breaking. So beastmen only have a resolve of 3, but because there's 2 units together, that's doubled, so it's 6. So that's impactful. They've taken out a very powerful wizard who I planned on healing everyone up to last the 10 rounds. And that is the outcome. Is there any sort of breakages? I don't think you really do anything after that until you actually break the melee phase. React to charging. I should have checked. Unit fighting skirmishers. I could change facing, but don't need to. Closing shots. I could have shot at them before they got there. Counter charge, but that's with mounted. Stand, we stand and receive the charge. Pretty much, I think that's fine. And I believe we just stay there then. We're locked in combat. But now I would get +1 to him for being unengaged now. Okay, now it's turn 3 proper. I think we just did the mishap roll, so it is the shooting phase. So I've got this unit here. So technically, if my bases were all square, we wouldn't be engaged. I'm just slightly off from square because I cut these out myself. So that's 2 unengaged companies. So they've got a 3/3. This one might as well shoot at that one, and it's in short range. It only needs 1 hit. The 5's going to do it. This unit scatters. I don't think there's anything in 2 base widths. Got a second casualty. A wizard's gone. And that's gone. This unit is in long range. We're going to keep out the sworn men. So 3 dice. Needing 5+, so no, nothing there. Elite archers, fast shooting skill. Yeah, I don't think there's any rerolls in that. And the foresters. The foresters are 3/3, but they reroll 1s. We'll keep it the same unit. And they got 2 hits. 3. 1, 2. That's going up to a 3. And that needs to go to 10, remember. So all my units have shot, and then we're on to the action phase because they've got no one shooting. Yes, that is it. We've got it. Got it right. Lost the action token bag, though. Put all our action tokens from last turn in, mix them up. Just so you know, no, I'm not teaching. This is my bag. And it is chaos. This is chaos. So, what did we say we've got? Confusion. Confusion, I think, makes someone impetuous. Target rolls for impetuous. Use unit in 5, though. Yeah, I'll give him that. I'm going to try and make this unit impetuous. So I went for a 2, 2 and a 1. So I think it's the 1er. And to cast that, confusion needs a 3+ on a d6. So basically I'm saying you've got the order there, aren't I? So I've got 6+, so that unit is confused. So that means it is impetuous and must roll on the impetuous table, which I think really means the next dice drawn is a blue. That has to go to an impetuous unit, which is him. And he has to roll a d6 to see what happens to him. He's rolled a 1. Fall back. Turn 180 and move away. Now, does he have to turn 180 because he is a company? I think we would just move away. So, and he's got the movement of... Where are you? Elf archers. Movement of 3. So he's got to bump into his knights there. So the turn back. The turn back would cost me 2 move. And then I'd move 1 base width because I've got 3 base width move. Okay. Now we draw a token from the bag again. Chaos's turn, in which case might as well be the commander. Right, so these have got a movement of 4, so I think I can get them into range. So 1, a wheel, 2, 3, 4. So that's my powerful barrage, is hopefully up close and close enough to catch these elves. This is the commander commanding these guys, everyone around him, pretty much. These guys can go forward. Do they want to? They're going to do a similar thing. So turn. They only move 2 because they're slow as anything. And the knights just want to be in command. They have got enough room there just in case one of these opens up a gap for them. Sure, they can move something like that. Yeah, it's commanded them. Blue, now the elf can command everything. And he's thinking, get people out so the knights can get in. Now that unit is unfortunate, but the other guys, I think, can shoot 2 base within. So if we all move 1 base width, boop, can you just go sideways like that? That I don't know. It's a side shuffle. Oh, these are companies, so they can go in any direction. So yes, they're fine. It's only if it's a group. So they can literally do what they want. We're going to lose a base with going into the forest, though, so they have to stop there. Is there a little bit of leeway here? Can I go straight back? Yeah, I'm going to allow it. It's tight. But then these guys can't move because they had their command already. My leader is going to go back and get on a horse. I love that. Give me a horse. That tour is with that sea guard. Now, I was attacked from behind last game, so I'm just going to keep those sea guard there. I don't think I've got lots of turns because I'm playing in the middle rather than I was further back last game. We'll see if this is a better tactic to get to turn beyond turn 5. That is all the elves, and I think we've just got this captain left now. Yes, red chaos captain. His cultists aren't foresters, and going into a forest means movement reduced to 1 base width and -2 melee. So my melee for the chaos cultists would be 3, going down to a 1 melee. That'll be 1 melee for each, which is better than the 1 melee for the elves. The elf foresters, though, I think they keep their melee because they are foresters. Represents adapt at fighting in woodland. Ignore movement and melee modifiers. Ooh. So it'll be like 2 dice versus 3. You'll still be better off. But I've got my captain in there. It'll be a pretty even fight. And then when we get to the sea guard, they'll be in trouble in the forest. Interesting. Cult warriors, move 3. Yes, go forward 3. Can we? We would no, because we're going to move into the forest and literally stop there. But next turn we do have ranged weapons. And this guy, he's a company. He's going to come along here. He might get in a flank. And a wizard. Did he wizard do a thing? Oh, wizard. What did he do? I can't remember the wizard doing anything, because he could blink those, couldn't he? If he passes, he blinks them into combat. No, he confused that unit, that's what he did. He cast a confusion spell. Right, we're all done. Everyone has moved. So I think it is the advancing. Elves have won, so they've held back the advancement at the moment, so that doesn't go up, which is fantastic. We go on to turn 4. We're playing to turn 10. So this is looking good. Much better after I play the game. So take all your tokens back. I think I need to lose a blue token because I've lost my wizard, which is unfortunate. It is now the shooting phase of turn 4. What we can do is roll a mishap. So if I roll the same number, there's a mishap table, and we're not doing that. Let's get all my dice over here. I can't see them over there. Dun, 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 dun. Shooting phase. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 shooters this turn. Let's do the elves first. So the elves are pretty good, and they can shoot 5. And these have got a range of 2. They are touch. I'm going to give it to them. I think I'm knocking that. And literally, maybe just from 1 base. Let's be kind and give them 1 base from the spitters. But they're going to get shot at first by the elves. So 3 dice. And the spitting demons. I need a 4+ to wound the demons. And I've got 1. So we've got a wound on the demons. That is that unit shooting. This one cannot see because it turned around when it got confused. This one can see these marauders here, but they only have 2 dice because they're Sea Guard. And they are not adepts in the forest, so that's going to go down. It goes down to a 1. So to hit the cultists, 4+. Miss. The foresters, however, are very good in the forest. They can shoot at these guys and 3 reroll 1s. Skill only 1 wound though. Cultists have a resolve of 4, so this block has 8 hit points. We'll go from this side. The spitters are going to shoot, and because they've got powerful missile, they wound on a 4+. So 3 dice, 4+ on these guys. 1 wound. They don't have much resolve though. They archers only have a resolve. Oh, they have a resolve of 5. They're elite. We did shoot them in the back. Let me just check if there's a shooting in the back rule. A fallback shooting phase. Taxing the enemy's rear, we're going to get another dice. 2. Okay, that's fine. And now it is the cultists. 2, but then they've got the leader, who doesn't add anything to shooting. So the cultists would normally roll, it's 1 dice anyway, but it's going down in the combat. But to wound the foresters, 5+, they're going to be a slog. They've wounded them. So the front line of the elves is looking very shabby. Let's hope the tactic of the silver elves coming in, of the silver helms coming in, is going to pay off. That is the shooting phase done. They're out of range. And no one else can shoot. We've got confusion and chaos, which go in the action phase. So I've got to get used to how to place wizards so they're not in danger. So pull. Blue. It is the elves commanding first. Right. So he's going to command his confused units. So he's going to command everyone here. No. Now we have units outside. These 2 are impetuous, and they must roll on the impetuous table to see what happens to them. Neither of them are reliable. And that table is... But basically we need a 4, 5, or 6. So the Sea Guard first. 3. over there, wheel and face the closest foe and move towards it. So basically it's going to charge, but it's only got a base width of 1. So it's basically going to line up with that unit there. And a 1. Oh no! My foresters are falling back. They think there's too many chaos in the forest. Turn 180. These aren't affected by movement, so that's not too bad for them. They're going to get away. So 2, 2. What's their speed? 3 only, so they're going to move 1 base width. Oh, unlucky elves. Now them charging and them going back is going to make it difficult for these to charge the foresters, which is good. We need more captains ultimately. That's the impetuous dice. So then we take another dice from the bag. Chaos turn. Oh, chaos. You can. Commander. Everyone is in their command range. These are all in his command range. You only need a base in. You don't need to be fully within. We've only got a movement of 2, but we could blink again. We could move forward and line up a bit. Yeah, move. I'm going to say we can get in there and wheel a bit. I might even shout a rally at them. Yeah, I'm going to rally them. Let's see what a rally is. I think a rally is... It should be on my list here. He's got a 3d6 rally. Pretty sure it's like a 4+. We've got 1, so I think I heal 1 wound off these guys too. The knights, they've shot, but I think they can still move. So you might as well, sort of wheel a bit, go forward a bit. Could have got a bit more movement in there. Let's push it. Oh, they move forward, don't they? Charge. 4 dice into the back of that. Might as well charge them. And my knights will come up. These move 4, so I think we're safe. Wheel a bit. 2, 3, and an edge. You jump on a horse as well. Oh no, you go and join the knightsmen. Okay, another token. I know we've got an attack. I think we do the attack right now. So spitters. Yeah, so barrage is short range and heavy missile. They won't affect them. We've got 4 dice, +1 for charging, probably +1 for being in the rear. Or is it 2 for being in the rear? Why didn't he move? They should have moved. And the plan was to send them that way. So you were with them. They would have got to there because they're a company. So no, but now we're in range of our barrage next turn. Right, I think that's fine. But we're going to get charged by the knights anyway as soon as they pull a dice. Okay. Sorry about that. Chaos again. So we've got the wizards. Ah, right. Are they in 5 base widths? They are. We're going to blink them forward, make them charge. I said it was 2 dice. I think it was. Let's just see if we get a 3 and a 4. Yes, we've done it. Let's see how far they go. To 3 base widths, which is we're in 2 range. And they just go forward. Oh, blue. What shenanigans is this? So I think we've got 1 with the archers and 1 with the silver helms. And we had 1 wound. Okay. Blood and heck, can you receive a charge? Cancel the charge. You're being teleported. Can you receive a charge? We probably want to counter charge with the knights. And the counter charging with the knights would prevent. Oh, it's a teleport. That is odd. I'm going to receive the charge because that does seem odd. If they're teleported into combat, you're not really going to counter it, are you? Right. What time is it getting late? How much more can I do? Right, let's do that battle. So 4 dice, +1 for charging, into elite mounted knights. 5+ is needed. 1 base into that, that's why I'm doing only 5 dice. I don't know if I choose. I think it does just go forward, forward. I think you do fight both. And we got no hits at all. Right, the other one into the archers. And the archers, again, everyone's elite in the elves, so 5+. But we do munch on those a lot better. We've got 2 wounds on the elves, and they were already diseased, so they're going to 3. 5 to take them out. The archers will fight back. The archers have a melee of 3. And the demons have a defense of 4. 1 more wound to the demons. The silver helms have 5 melee dice. They receive the charge from the front. 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. So 4, 5. They've taken 6 wounds altogether, this unit. I don't know if it's got that many. It has 5 resolves, so it's over half its strength. It needs another 4 to take them out. So that was the wizard casting. So we've had the commander go, we've had the wizard go, casting blink, and then red again, obviously, and he's the captain here. But because I think we're a base width apart. Yeah. We'll have this. The captain technically isn't a square. He is just attached and floating around. And these guys will go base width forward. Oh, and they could have turned any direction they wanted. So they would obviously turn so they can shoot again next turn. They would have got an extra dice from the out of combat one. Sorry, for retrograde. So that's 6, 7 wounds. And then we're back on track. Cultists, 3 dice, but we're in a forest, so that goes down to 1 dice. So it's 1 dice for each base. Yes, so one dice for this space, 1 dice for supporting. We're in the front. Hello, right. I took a break and I asked questions about my last round, and I have done a few things wrong. I'm not too sure how to handle it, so let me know in the comments below how you would have handled it. Remember when the beastmen charged the wizard and the spearman? There was a reaction for the character could have retreated into another unit or retreated away. So I shouldn't have lost my wizard. So should I bring him back and just say he's scarpered off? I think he's already sort of missed out on a turn. I might bring him back next turn, just so the elves have something a bit of a boost, because they're going to get kicked as soon as the turn marker rolls on. That's what that marker was. It should be on a 3, I think. You are allowed to charge 2 different things and then just do a base to a base. So that worked out fine. Right, and then my video cut out before I got to this stage. So just as the video cut out, we were doing this battle here, and I think I got to counting out one dice, 2 dice, 3 dice for the captain. Because they're in the woods, they're basically getting their attack reduced. And so we missed a little bit of video where we've done 3 damage to him, and looks like an extra 2 damage to the elf. And I think that's where we're up to. So they charge. This one's going to come a base forward because he's moving slow because he's in the forest. And then it's going to be draw a token from the bag, and that will be a blue token for the elf sphere. And everyone is now in command range. The other one that went wrong. I think when the spitters charged, they originally charged these archers, and then I thought, well, the other guys got out of the way. Why didn't they? And that's because these guys were impetuous, and they used my impetuous first blue dice. If I hadn't drawn all the 3 dice in a row and sort of got the blue, or if I drew a second blue, I could have got them out of the way. That is what it is. I'm going to just say that they got out of the way now. So we're going to be now commanding the archers, the sea guard, and the silver helms. And we're going to wipe out these spitting demons. And then we're back on track. Okay, so that's coming to the end of turn 4. So we will command the archers to attack. We must have done that, actually, because I've got a lot more damage on there. They must be on their final damage. I remember them being on 7 wounds. 6, 7. So I think I might have knocked the dice. I've moved the table as well, so I've looked back at my last video, and I think I've got everything right. Is that how it works? No, no, no. You declare the charges, and then you have a melee phase. Shooting phase, action phase, melee phase. Right. We're down with the rules now. I think we've got all the glitches out the way. The way we've done it, I don't think affects anything really, apart from this one here. So technically, we'd already done this fight because we did it earlier on. Yeah, I don't think it's going to affect the outcome. So remember that next time. Fab. So, Chaos in red, and this is the advancement roll for the army sneaking around the back. Evens, so it doesn't move again. Fantastic. We're holding them off. So that takes us on to turn 5. All tokens back in the bag. And we are going to bring the mage back. I'm going to say he snuck away. He was commanding this unit. That's why they got away. He's attached himself to that unit. Right. Shooting phase. Shooting phase, like the melee phase, everything's going to happen simultaneously. We're engaged in combat here, so I probably can't shoot. I'm assuming that is the case. So the only shooting units are these spear guards, which are very much... That's through a thick... I think it's like 2 base with a forest, I think is the rule. So we've got this one. They've moved into a forest. I don't think you can shoot into combat. Double check that rule. I'm not worrying about it now. Just won't play with it. In combat, 2 base widths, and this one is facing the wrong way. So I think I've only got this guy to shoot, and maybe the wizard. He shoots from this unit. He's on the edge of the forest. I'll let the wizard shoot, and technically, let me just double check line of sight rules. I think it's something like angle to nearest units. Unhindered line of sight from both corners. The line of sight is interrupted by the edge of a wooded terrain feature unless the unit is within 2 base widths of the edge, which I am. Oh, it has maximum line of sight. I have got both edges in the wood, so... And then I think we're shooting through a unit anyway. So the only shooting is this guy, and he's got 2 base widths sight. These guys to this guy. It's going to literally be 1 dice anyway. Company of cultists. We have 1 dice reduced to 1. Let's give them and he needed 5 pluses because that's going to be an elite forester unit. Chaos Knights, regular. I'm looking for foresters, aren't I? Foresters, wild rangers, I'm calling them. 5 plus, yes. Okay, that's shooting phase done. Action phase. Now we're taking tokens from the bag. I want 1 extra blue token. So I've got my wizard back in here. Let me just check what I've got in here. I think I've got too many already. So there should be 4 red and 2 commanders and 3 blue. So we're back to normal. Mix, mix, mix. First dice is blue. So if I give that to you, that means disengaging is a thing. Thinking about disengaging my archers just to keep them alive. Possibly even rally. Can I rally and attack at the same time? That'd be interesting. That's another question. Impetuous. So a company can disengage. Page 41. Any unit in melee, only in its front can attempt to disengage as an optional action during the action phase. Disengage represents a well-ordered withdrawal from combat. +1 if 1 or more characters are attached to the unit. +1 if the unit is drilled. And or -1. So I need a 4, 5, or 6. It does put my back to them. So basically, yeah, let's roll a 4, 5, or 6. No, I got a 3. 2 committed, 2 committed. It's melee and refuses to disengage. So that's this guy is going to order everyone in this bubble. Hold on, hold on. Is anyone outside? And this should be an impetuous dice roll anyway. It's a learning game, people, so we're learning here. So they don't. This wizard doesn't have a command range, so this base. We are okay. Everyone is in command. I can literally command every single elf because I attached that unit. My command range has expanded to basically the edge of that unit, so we're fine. So they tried to disengage and didn't. So they're going to just have a melee when we get to the melee phase. That means that these are committed to the charge. Sea Guard, no, elves. If we step out, we're going to get blinked. Are we better to stay in the forest at this point? At least one company within the target must be within shooting range and with line of sight. Neither the shooter nor the target may be engaged in melee. So this is engaged in melee. I don't think... I have no idea what my elves are going to do here. Get my AI cards out again. Right, these elves are obviously going to turn around. That's 2 base widths. Can you charge? If I line of sight, can I charge? Impetuous. Yeah, so I don't have to have line of sight because I was facing the wrong way. There's 1 base width. So I charge, which means I'll be touching that, and I think I then just conform. And can I rally as well as fight? I guess so. That might be something else missing out on. Warlords and captains may attempt to rally a single unit. A warlord rolls 3d6. Each 4+ restores 1 lost resolve. So we can shout out foresters. Do they need to be line of sight? 3 base widths. Within the command range. So he's probably blown his horn. We're hearing the horn. Let's do it. Let's heal the 2 of him. So we need 2 4s. We got 1 4, so we healed 1 point. That probably keeps alive. I think they're better than Sea Guard because they've got the re-rolling 1s. And they can fight in this forest, which is going to be very useful. Right, so we've got an attack here. They're already locked in. So it's what to do with the Sea Guard here and the Archer Mage unit here. I think we pop out the forest. I hope that is not a regrettable decision. Because these are... They're probably going to kill that. We're committed. That's all the actions. Now we wait for the melee phase. We're doing it right this time, people. So draw another command dice. It is red. So again, the warlord is attached to a unit now. So 3 base widths. And they've got a captain there commanding them. So everyone... Is everyone in? No, we've got an impetuous unit with the spitting demons and impetuous. Impetuous, so roll a d6. Should I roll it in here? 4. Act as normal. Fantastic. So that is the impetuous beasts, and they are engaged, so they're just going to fight in the melee phase. So another token. Red again. It's probably going to be commander this time. The Chaos guys are super slow. What am I calling them? Sworn warriors. Movement of 2. Let's see if we can be blinked in. It's going to be just past that dice. I'm going to try and rally myself with my warlord and heal 3 points. I've healed 2, so back to 1. Characters attached to units may not rally in the same turn that their host moves. Can't do that. Back to 3. They didn't move. So he's just fighting and shouting. Is that one was okay? The knights have a charge of 4. So they're not in range. Do we just sort of come in, wheel a bit? Can we get wiggly, wiggly, wiggly closer? And then we'd be within 4 next time. And again, we might have just wheeled this guy a little bit. And then combat, these guys come up. Again, they can only do 1 base width. They might be supporting now. That might be good. And then these guys attack. Then it's going to be the next dice, which is going to be another red dice, I think. Oh, blue, which is wizard, can cast a spell. I gave him heal, and I gave him bless, heal. So I'm going to use 2 dice to heal a unit. We're going to try and heal the knights. Oh yeah. So the 5 goes down to a 3. So he had a magic spell book, so he's got 2 2 spells instead of a 2 and a 1 like the warlock. Oh, the cat cassie moved. Yeah, that's a ridiculous rule. Right, sorry. Now it's going to be a red dice. There's literally only dice left, which is the warlock. And he's going to cast blink, which I think is 2 dice, needing 3+. Got 4+ anyway, which should do it. How many base twists does he move? 1d3. So 3. Bam. Everyone, we've now basically got a line, haven't we? Charge. They can now countercharge. So I think that's it. Now we go on to the melee phase. Let's go from the left. So archers into demon. So that was 3 dice, needing 4+. 1. What did I just move then? I think that's gone up to a 3. Demon splatter. 5 from the silver helms. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's more than enough to obliterate the demons. The demons will fight back though, and the demons have that's one base each. So let's see what happens. Melee 3, and they need 5+s for the archers. We've wounded the archers again. The archers have gone to 4. 3 into the silver helms, needing 5s. Good, nice black eye for them. We're not going down without a fight. Don't know how they got so damaged. I'm feeling that's a knocked dice. I don't think I've got it on video, so it is what it is. And I think we forgot the commander's dice as well, but it doesn't matter. We then get scattered. We're going to die. Oh. And every unit in 2 base widths is going to suffer, I think, just 2 resolve. 3, 4, 5. Hold on. Let's read it. I think it's 1 or 2. Melee phase, resolve. -1 resolve if the scattering unit has the same number of companies or fewer. -2 if it has more. So 3 goes to 4. Okay, then we've got the archers here. So we've got 3 archers fighting. It's going to be the swarm warriors. Their defense is 5+. They've got a wizard with them, so that's adding a dice, so 4 dice. They could counter shoot. I don't think it's going to help them. So I need 5+ at the moment. I'm pretty sure this would make me worse. Closing shots. Units with a short range shooter factor charge from the front, remain in place, and receive the charge, but add +1 to each of their company's melee factors on the unit that they are charged. Oh yeah, okay. Powerful units cannot be used. So I get 5 dice. Okay, and I need 5+s. 2 wounds. 4, 5, 6. And they need 10 to be taken off. They fight back. How strong are they? Sworn warriors. Melee of 4, but they charge, so they get... And they're furious charge. This is going to be a wipeout. So they get 2. And then 1 for the charge. So what did we say they had? They had 4. Yeah, so I've got 4, 2, 1. So 7 dice. Oh, we have shield wall as well, so they needed 6 to hit me. Can you charge with the shield wall? That is something to ask. Or is it sort of... I'm wondering if it ever turns off, or it's just an always-on power. Shield wall. No, what's that they got? Oh, we've got a +1. Did they get 6s then, I think? Oh, let's just let them off. Right, what do I need to hit the elves? They are elites, so they're going to need 5s. So 1, 2. Oh, that's terrible. But they're wounded already. And I've got my commander. I've got another dice, haven't I? How many does the warlord add? The warlord adds 2 extra. Oh, he got 2 hits. The warlord swings away. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7, but he's not going to have that many resolve. He's only a single archer. Archer's resolve is only 5, but adding the wizard again, the unlucky wizard, adds an extra resolve, so it's 6 resolve, and he's just got 7. Splat. And that has a ripple effect of giving all these guys an extra 1. So 5. I think this one goes up to 7 now. Were they 2 base widths behind? Maybe not, just out for them. Oh, these guys at the front, that's no good. I've got too many dice next to each other. We still did 4 + 1, so we still killed them. But I think you've now 4 wounds. Ugh. I'll be tighter in my next video. I'm just gonna go with it. So I think that I moved the wrong dice there. And these guys, yes, you have been 2 base widths, so that goes to 2. Hold on. We're proud, aren't we? So we don't get scattered. Take that off. You go down to a 4, so you're hanging in because you would have scattered as well. And I'm pretty sure we're all proud as elves. Are we proud, or is it just the silver helms? Archers drilled. Now that's moving around. Yep. So they're going to scatter because they got to 5, and that's their resolve. But they don't affect. These are proud, so they're not affected. And yeah, so I was affected. And how much defense? Elf, Sea Guard, 5 resolve. So did I just send that to 5? I'm a bit confused. I'm losing it. It's getting late. Which has a knock-on effect of then making you lose another one. 3. Harsh. Well, good turn for the chaos. And then it's this fight. So there was that fight, but now this is the same fight. So the elite forester elves have got 3 dice, but they reroll. They can roll all 3 and reroll once. Needing 4 pluses, I think. Cult Warriors 4+, so I've got 1. Oh, I've got a 1 there. 4, and then we strike back. So we have a full base. So they have a melee of 3. Woods bring it down by 2. So that's 1 dice, 1 dice, 1 dice. So 3 dice for me. I'm going to give 1 dice for these guys as well. Okay, because they're supporting now. And we need 5 pluses. 2, 3, 4, 5. Which gets rid of them. It was always going to be a losing game, no matter what. So now it's down to 2 units. 3 silver helms. They're 6. So 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 to take these out. So that's still a very strong unit. They might do well. And that's a shooting and elite unit. So the hard bit is going to be them. And I think everything else can be mopped up. Okay. So let's do end of turn 5. So does the advancing army? No, it doesn't. So we're holding them off. Fantastic. Is there a mishap this round? We're in turn 6. No, there's not. 5, turn 6. We have lost a wizard, so we're down to 1 blue dice. It's absolutely freezing in here, so I'm going to put on a fire. Might blow a bit noisy. Hope you can't hear that. So 4 command dice going in the bag. I should have 2 blue for impetuous units, which I don't have. And I should have 1 extra red. I've lost a red somewhere. Nope, they're all in there. Blue. So I'm going to command everything. It's going to be charge. And I think we can form up. We cannot lose this pass. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These can't get in because the pass is too small. They have to wait for that to be wiped out. I think my leader is going to shelter. So let's read what the wizard should have done. And he's going to actually get on a horse. He can use 4 base widths. So yeah, he goes back and says, yeah, if they've got knights, I want my horse. So that's his charge reaction. I don't know if that happens in the melee phase. Probably does. But let's do that for now. What do these guys are now waiting for them to die. This is the difficulty of playing the pass mission. I was wondering, should they go back and do a bit more peppering? I technically could leave my commander behind. It says, charge Silverhelms, I'm going to try and rally you. Seems a bit weird, but let's try it, because I do want more health. Healed them by 1, so that goes down to a 4. I'm sure their dice was wrong. And these guys are just going to maneuver, wheel. I don't know, move. Are they going to get out of the forest? Once you're in a forest, so you sort of bog down. That's it for the elf. So pretty much, doesn't matter if I draw another blue because I can't do anything with it. So it's all as a command. What did I have? I had confused, didn't I, as a spell? Now there's nothing to confuse. We can only move 1 base width in a forest, so this company will move up. But at least it does give it. I think it's going to be a loss for the elves anytime soon, isn't it? These can't do anything. Wizard. I don't know. Get closer to do something. So yeah, take out your dice. And I take out your dice. We're on to melee. There was no shooting phase because everything was dead. Action phase, yeah, we're doing it right. Melee phase. It's the charging knights, so they have an attack of 5 by default, 1 for charging. They don't have Furious Charge. Why did I not give Furious Charge to my Silverhelms? And woo! Needing, can you see all those dice? Needing 5s to hit these guys. That is 5. So they're going to be wiped out. They're going to reach 10 and go and scatter. It's a good job I left. My captain went away. 1 to 6. But they do fight back. Heavy melee. They hit on 4 pluses. Nice. So 4 dice. But hit on 4 pluses, ignoring the elves 5+. 2 hits, 4, 5, 6. But then we scatter. Ah! Thundering hooves, which causes damage to this group here. It was 2, so they only get to take 1, so 5. And causes damage to the knights behind. I think these guys are out of the way. Oh, we got 1 supporting dice from the guys in the forest. So you need to roll separate dice so you know that they don't have the heavy weapons. But the 5 is another wound. So we've got 7 going on there. 20 needed. End of the turn. Did they get another dice from him? Captain and supporting group? We'll leave it out. They give their -2. No, I think the woods would still counteract the captain in there. Right. Chaos is red, elves are white. Do they advance? Where's that dice gone? That should be a 3. I told you I'd keep picking it up. Much better than my training game, which wasn't much training because I've got so much wrong in this game, but I think we've cracked it. So don't have the back army coming on yet, and we're into turn 7. Roll for a mishap. No mishaps. Could the elves win the day? It's just a case of mopping up with my big units. It all depends on who goes first and who gets the charge. You can counter charge, so it doesn't really matter. Put your command dice back in the bag. The blues go first. So literally charge. Attach myself to the units. And then move the unit charge forward. Boom, let's take the knights on. Now, is that a ridiculous move? Because now I can get charged in the rear. And I will mount a horse on this one. And shooting, I don't think there's any shooting. Well, technically we can see. That corner can see that, that corner can see that, that corner can see, that corner can see. Yes, I'm going to give them shooting. So 3 dice. No, they've got less dice because they're spear guard. 2 dice. Needing 4 pluses on this unit. Ooh, 5, 6, 7. They only have... Oh, they've got 8 resolve. Oh dear. 5, 6, 7. Oh, they've got a resolve from the captain as well, so they probably would just be hanging on. So that's the elves. That's the shooting phase. Then it's a move. I'd get the first action, which is the attack. And then I would sort of wheel these. This is the Silverhelm's wounds. Blue dice, so nothing I can do with that. Red dice. Probably everything's in 3 base widths still anyway. You're impetuous. No, you're not, because you've got a captain right next to you. Wheel 1 base width. Try and get out of this blooming forest. Who got us into this forest? Captain. We'll be shot to pieces. This company can go any direction he wants, so back a base width. And then I'll draw another dice from the bag, which has got to be red, which can be the wizard. Can the wizard confuse that unit? Let's roll a dice and then decide if he can. Yes, he can. That unit immediately makes an impetuous roll. 6, probably going to be okay. Yeah, okay. Unit may not act. Unit may not act again. Oh, we can blink. Let's say it was a blink and we move this guy base width. So that's easier. 1 base width. So 2 base widths forward, which is enough. They would have connected. Bump. And I think we can form. Crunk, crunk. Technically still touching the forest. Is it enough for 1 base width to touch the forest that reduces our combat? I think it's if someone touches, everyone's affected. That'll be a slog of a battle. I think it's going to be an end here. So let's just get on with the fight. We countercharge. So I'm going to do the knights first. So we know they have the silver helms. 5 dice. They don't have... they get 1 extra for charging, so 6 dice. Needing 5 pluses. Chaos Knights, 5 pluses. So we've got 3 hits. One going to a 4. The counter charge. So Chaos Knights, 5 dice as well. 1 for the charge and 2 for being furious charges. So they've got a lot more. 6. They've got 8. And they need 5 pluses. Oh, they're not doing very well. 1. 6. 8. 2. And your warlord, who's chucking an extra 2 dice. That's another 1. 3. I think I forgot the warlord the other way around as well, so let's just do that. Nothing from that warlord. Okay, that's it. We're just going to be locked in combat doing that for the rest of the game. We've got someone wandering around. Let's do this combat. Warriors. Oh, I didn't roll for their stimulants. So 3, 4, 5 dice. 3, 4, 5, 6 dice for the charge, the blink charge. We will counter charge, needing 5, so 1 extra damage. So the first damage to them, 1, 3 dice, 4 dice. It's 4 dice, isn't it? I'm doing this wrong again. I'm doing 1 base. I'm going to roll all these again. I think I did that here. Oh, I get the game straight, Mark. I think things do wipe out quite fast. I didn't do all the bases. Dink. So we've done 1 base here. I'm going to do, yeah, and 1 base here. So that's 8. So they've killed this unit, basically. So we don't worry about that. That unit is dead. But I've got the other base to attack them. So it was 5 dice, 1 hit, needing 5s. Ugh. Right. Now we've got all the bugs out. So back to here again. 5 dice on a charge with a supporter. And we've done the warlord. So you would have rolled a bit of a bucket of dice. So it's actually, I think, my way. Just rolling a couple. Wow. 1, 2, 3. 3 more. 5. 6. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then your fight back, which was 5 furious charge. Charge. Don't know where that went. 1, 2, 3 more, so 6. Somebody get that mana coffee. Right, turn 8. So, do the advancing army advance? No, they don't. They've not this entire game. They've got lost in the hills somewhere. Wow, I've moved that dice again, which was on a 3. Gosh. So when that dice gets to a 6, and it only goes up if the orange dice beats the white dice, and it goes up by the difference, and all it needs to do is get to 6 to trigger another 500-point army coming on from the back. So now, shooting phase, no, everyone's locked in combat. So action phase, chaos. No one's impetuous. Oh, they're impetuous. Are they? No, they're not. So you move a base width. You'll be out of the forest next turn. You fight. You fight. You can't do anything with your spell. You can cast Confusion. Fusion, 3+. May not act. It doesn't really matter because I'm in combat, so I think you are going to act. You are going to defend yourself. You're not going to... I think they can't move. Yes, I think the wizard's out of it. he's not going to make any difference. So on to combat phase, because no one else matters. Let's do it. Let's see if we can do it right. So 2 bases of Chaos Knights. What we should be doing is 4 for each base. So there's 2 bases. It is 2 for the Warlord. There's no charge involved this time, so that's it. So 2 bases and a Warlord. Needing 5 pluses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. They've only got 3. No, they've got 5 more wounds left because they've also got the Warlord's wounds. They counter. These guys fight back. Silver Helms fight back. So they've got 3 bases though. So they have 5 dice for each base. It's 5, 5, and another 5. I'm running out of dice here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to roll those up here. Oh, forgot the leader. 2 dice for the leader. And 1 dice for supporting. So 5 plus is needed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't say it. Chaos Horsemen have 4 for each base, so they only needed 8, 9, 10. They've fled. On the leader, there is something about the leaders. 8. Wicked. Okay, now I need to check up on what happens after a combat. Can you sort of wheel around and do stuff? I think you just stay where you are, to be honest. Risk to attach characters. A company scatters after losing a resolve. So they roll 2d6 to find out if the Warlord was killed. Oh gosh. Yes, I think he was. 11. On a roll of 11 plus, the character is killed in combat and remove them from the company immediately. If the Warlord is killed or scatters, all units in the army suffer -1 resolve. Oh, I think they died last turn. Let's check on that character. He probably survives. So this unit takes 1 resolve, and we've got a captain and a Chaos Warrior. Let's go into Warcry mode here. Yeah, they've still all got the wounds. Basically, we just need to know if the other 500-point army comes on, which will definitely squash this one. So it's kind of get to turn 10. So turn 8. So we're going to go into turn 9. Yeah, there's no 8. 8, turn 9. 6, 7, 8. So yes, so this now, the difference is 4. So I had 4 to that. So 9. Oh, but they come on at the end of at the start of next turn. So turn 10, I've got to turn 10. Have I won? I think the elves have won. What? The attacker must break the defender's army within 10 turns in order to win. Any other results counts as a victory for the defender. So yeah, we have survived. We've held the pass. The other army arrives, but obviously the dragon fleet arrived. We've held it long enough. Shocking results. Bringing the wizard back when he died earlier on didn't really do anything. Foresters are really cool in the forest. That, I think, is how the defenders are going to win, because as I say, I played the other game back here in the last game, and too many turns went past, and this dice was terrible. It was doing this to me each turn, so the other army came on fairly swiftly on turn 5, and there was no chance. I was blocked in and had no maneuverability, and also my advance wasn't as good from the Chaos Army on the last game, so I was bumping into each other. So this time, those single companies of archers did the job. I don't think I got the rules explanations in too well. We did the right combats at the end there when I rolled a bucket of dice. But if you don't have a bucket of dice, rolling for each base technically works. Maybe you might get a bit forgetful and miss the Warlord's dice, etc. Overall, I like it. I will play it again. I will like making up armies. I'd probably go for bigger point costs. So yeah, Mark's Dice Tales playing Nick Wright's Fantastic Battles as a precursor to his up-and-coming December game, Fantastic Scuffles, which is going to be more skirmish-based and individual, maybe dungeon crawling, such like that, bar brawling. What? Well, I don't think anyone gets this far in the videos, so what did you think? I'm going to go and edit it now and put it out there as soon as I can. Thank you for watching Mark's Dice Tales. Goodbye.